Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case that may be. Mike Miller here. Don't forget to subscribe and blah, blah, like videos. I'm actually going to be doing just a layout today of MEG. I've been doing a lot of stuff. I've been doing a lot of stuff, layouts digitally lately, and I have a really, really tight deadline on this MEG project. So what I do is I will do my layouts digitally. I will print them out onto paper, and then I will ink them traditionally. So, sorry if that didn't come through very clearly. But yeah, I've got to do 6 months worth of books in 4 months, and I've been busting my butt, burning the candle at both ends, trying to make this happen. So I figured I'd show you guys this step by step. So, all right, first of all, let me see. I don't know. Jason S. It's on your site, but you ain't there. I was on your site, but you ain't there. I am now. Should be live, right? Let's check my site again. My computer is really slow. Yeah, I'm live now, right there. Clicking on that, and I'm going to mute it so you guys don't have to listen to this. And I'll take any questions you guys have as I go. All right, so switching over to screen share. Your entire screen share. All right, now I can get to my Photoshop. Here we are. So this is actually issue 4, page 3. So I've already started my layout process. So what I do is I go back to my script, which is here, and I read J.S. Earls is doing the adaptation for the last 4 issues of this book. I did the first 2 issues and realized it was taking too much time out of my schedule to do the writing and the art, so I tag teamed J.S. Let's see, panel 1. Jonas intently storms toward the table, carrying a metal bucket in one hand with a 7-inch female tooth in it. As he puts on a heavy coat, given by an NP, I am
There is a misunderstanding.
You're on YouTube. Do you want to have a conversation?
Yes.
Go away.
We need some background.
I don't need background music. I can hear JoJo singing. With his other arm. Putting on a heavy coat with his other arm. Okay. So what I do is I get that idea in my head. I use blue. Size 5. And let's see, I already pre-planned that this is going to be, a big establishing shot of the character coming into the room. So what I want to do is try to figure out how I want to fill this space, focusing on the main character coming in. So I just kind of do, pencil or loose figure work. And gosh, I'm going to get stuck into this thing where I can't talk and draw at the same time again. So he's putting on a coat with one arm. So he's going to have the arm up here, go to up here, one side coming on. And then he's got the bucket in his other hand. And then I'm going to have, who's at the end of this too? Maybe just the back of somebody's head here. Like, oh, he's coming in. And then back here, side or this side? Maybe this side. It says I have an MP handing Mac a coat. So actually, and this is a nice thing about Photoshop, is if you change your mind, you don't have to erase anything. You just move it. So I'm going to give Mac a little more space. Actually, look how laggy my computer is. All right. And Mac back here. Actually, Mac talks second, so I might want to have, let's see, talk, Mac talk. All right. Let's do this again. So Mac has a second word balloon. Oh, no, wait. Set the first. Never mind. Okay, don't delete that. All right. So he does talk first. Am I on the wrong layer? Ugh. Okay, I'm drawing the wrong layer. X. Okay, this is a weird thing that's been happening with my Photoshop where I don't create a new layer when I paste something. I am talking to myself, but you're all listening, so sorry. Let's see. Please don't spoil Infinity War. Hey, Patrick. Hey. It's Jiminy. James, right? Jason. All right. At the end of Infinity War, so he's going to be grabbing a coat, and MP. So our characters is I have my characters laid out where I want them, and I tend to need it to be pretty quiet because this part actually requires the most thinking. So details or finishes, whatever you want to call it. It doesn't. I don't know, it doesn't require a lot of thinking. My brain just goes on autopilot, so I could do all this sort of thing, and then I will go in and I'll put a video on, or I'll put an audiobook on, or whatever. Oh, shit. Such a hard time. Jonas stops stunned, seeing over his shoulder. Maggie faces him, feigning concern and innocence. Oh. Jonas talks first. So Jonas will be here, staring at Maggie at the table. Who? Whoa! Hello, me. And then, all right. So simple storytelling layouts. Jonas' hand putting 7-inch. Oh no, 3. Jonas is reaching in the bucket and looking suspiciously at Maggie as he walks toward the governor. So Maggie here. Table. Maybe we'll have somebody here. Jonas walking this way, reaching in the bucket. So bucket here. I'm in the bucket. Staring daggers at Maggie. Ah. All right. Jonas looks that way. No, 4. Jonas' hand putting 7-inch units on the table beside the 5-inch Nancy. All right, so we have the male tooth. And we have the 7-inch. 5 versus 7. Yeah, okay. And then Jonas looks thoughtful. Here's your 10 feet shark guardian too. So we'll do give lots of space here for 4 word balloons. So I'll have him thoughtfully means squinting and looking off into the distance. Maybe finger on the chin. That's always a thoughtful gesture. Like that. Then panel 6. From my government's point of view, which is at the end of the table, we see everyone with a shocked, stunned look on their face. Everyone except Mac, who's cocky. Well, I continue that expression. I don't want to do this insert panel of Maggie and Terry flashing an angry look because I don't think it's necessary. I also don't know why Jonas has to be off panel. So, being that I'm the art director on this book as well as the artist, I can do whatever the hell I want. So I'm just going to do this table. Let's see, let's make this the vanishing point. So Jonas will be standing here. Actually, don't forget to save. Be like Jesus. Jesus saves. You've all heard the little joke about Satan and Jesus having a writing contest. And we get to the end of the contest and the power goes out. And Jesus wins because that's the truncated version. All right, so Jonas, big coat now. Who was here? Heller, who would be mad. Heller. And then, what's his face? We have Sal, Terry, Maggie, and that's another dude here. There's supposed to be a stenographer in this scene, but I'm not sure if she does anything. We'll stick them down here. Stenographer. Teeth. Papers. Okay, so that is what I consider a basic layout. That's not the end of the video. I am actually going to keep going, but see if anyone has any questions. Nope, nobody has any questions. Check Facebook. My computer too slow. Wow, that still has. I'm sorry, my computer is so freaking slow. It's a pretty old machine. Holy cow, what the heck is this doing? The phone would be faster. Oh, I gotta shut some stuff off. Let's see. Amazon. Check it. Reference, refrigerator reference. Close YouTube. Close this. It's slow. I apologize. All right, so back to the beginning. Move here. So now what I'll generally do will reduce the opacity on this layer, treat it as, just like I said, just a base layout and placement layer. Then I go in, gosh, zoom in. If anyone wants to super chat me a new freaking Mac, that'd be great. Use some black, and then let's see, shoulder. And like I said, I'm really tight on my schedule on this, so what I'm doing is I'm not doing like the tightest breakdowns on earth either, because I know this is all shorthand for me, you know, and when I'm inking it, I know I don't have to, I know what I want out of the inks. So what I'll do is I will take these black lines when I'm done, I'll convert them to blue, light enough blue that I can print out and ink over. So yeah, I do like as much as possible to stick with traditional inks. I have done one page of this book so far completely digitally, but I don't know, I did that because I felt I needed to, because doing it, I could have done it traditionally, but the amount of hatching and stuff on the page would have been so time prohibitive that it probably would have taken me a full day just to do the cross hatching on the page. So I did it did it all in Photoshop. Actually, you know what? You want to see it? That's how long it takes to save this. Let's see. Choose 3 inks. Okay, so here it is. This is my first ever to be published completely digitally done page. So you can see I wanted this all done in cross-hatching because I didn't want just a solid black ocean. I wanted, you know, some grayish tones and stuff. And so I did the black cross-hatching with a computer brush, and then I went over it with a white cross-hatching, same brush. I brought in this texture of the ocean, overlaid that on top, made it a screen layer, and then yeah, even this is all inked. Oh my gosh, yeah, all inked on my handy dandy Wacom tablet. So yeah, there you go. Sneak peek at the last page of issue 3. Little scary megalodon action for you. All right, back to work. So brush. So all this stuff, it seems kind of sloppy. I mean, to me at least. Whee! That's totally unnecessary. But I printed out in such light blue lines that it's really more just suggestive when I'm inking. So I can pretty much see what I need and can ignore the rest, and it really still doesn't look too bad because the blue lines are so light on the paper. I need like a, oh my gosh, my computer. You know what else is great about this is, it's not happening right now, but sometimes I will like draw a figure kind of skewed. Like his head might be a little skewed, and you know, rather than having to redo it. I mean, this is great for even just breakdowns where I still want to go back in afterward and tighten up with my pencil, because I can do the the figure work and the breakdowns and all that stuff without. See, that's where all the major erasing goes in. When you're doing something, it's like oh man, I'm starting a drawing. I want his foot to be here at this part of the page, and then his head to be up here. But somehow or another, you start in one point, you move to the other point, and then you've got the whole figure fleshed out. You step back and look at it, and you're like, oh, Fred, he's like an inch too low on the paper. And you can either suck it up and just deal with it, or erase and basically start over. And for me, the reason I hate to start over is because I tend to stiffen up the more times I have to redraw a particular figure, which is why I don't do like layouts on separate pages usually, or breakdowns on separate pages usually. I know a lot of artists do, and therefore you get an awful lot of thumbnails and stuff. But I'm just like, every time, if I had to draw this figure, like I drew this pose, right? And then I had to go to another piece of paper and draw the exact same pose. Somehow or another, it would lose the looseness of my original gesture. And yeah, I hate that. So I discovered this way back in like 1999 or 2000 when I was working on JLA. I think it's 2000. Yeah, I was working on JLA, and I figured that out, and like, man, that whole next issue I did, I just felt like I'd made this quantum leap discovery in my art. I'd just gone from these super, well, I don't know how stiff they, but too stiff for my likes, characters to characters with like, I don't know, more organic, lifelike posing, whatnot. So now I can look at this and I can say, is that head where I need it? Or is it kind of off? And then, I don't know, it might be where I need it, but I can move it just so much and say it's not where I need it. Better over here. This is the turn of his body. Isn't that nice? All right, so let's see. Body, he's got to have this sleeve on already. So. And again, yes, I know it's sloppy, but it does not have to be neat. The only thing that has to be neat are my inks. And they will be. All right. So this is all going to be black, so it doesn't really matter if I put the muscles in or not. I'm just doing it for structural purposes. All right, pet peeve. When artists draw their hands into clenched fists when they're supposed to be carrying something, whether it's a gun or a sword or whatever. Yes, I could do that with a computer, but I'm going to go in with a stencil. So it doesn't. Okay, so we know that's what that's going to be. So we're commenting. What is the deal with Facebook? Yeah. Holy cow. All right, screw Facebook. Maybe that's why it's so slow. Oh, one of my crypto wallets. You guys should get into crypto. And yes, I do own other shirts, but it's like a fairly good day in the market. That's actually just one of my accounts. I have several. Oh, I should check my chat. Chat. No chat. There's 4 of you watching. Nobody wants to ask me anything. Oh, whatever. So, you know, if you ask me questions, it's more interesting. So, walk. I'm on YouTube Live, so please don't come in here and make noise. Ooh, what happened? Oh, you got shot in the neck? My 2 middle sons went paintball. Went to paintball, a paintball birthday party. Apparently one of them got shot in the neck because he's got a hickey. Oh, now you get to hear all the sounds of my hand.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Did you come with them?
No, I have not. Not yet.
Okay, bye, boys.
Bye.
She's been up.
Come on. I'm gonna
Hey,
send you-
hey. I'm on YouTube Live, so be quiet.
What? Can I send you a
All right,
picture?
this is
I'm
Matt.
going to. Hey, I posted Jared. I just got-
Shoot, I forgot what the heck Matt was wearing in the last episode. All right, you know what? Give me the headphones.
What?
Quit your whining. For better YouTube audio, anyways. Let's see, Matt's wearing. Oh, it's a polo shirt. Darn it! Now I gotta open it. Oh wait, I probably have the pages up here. Ow, my back. Oh, he's wearing a sweatshirt. And they should still be wet. Actually, he probably would have taken this at this point. Stupid. Wearing like a saggy t-shirt or something. He's got a little belly. And any questions? Still no questions, huh? Can you guys hear me or am I muted? No, I think I'm okay. Okay, let's see. All right, let's see. Let's make sure he still looks a mess.
When you got home?
All right, let's see. Oh, guess I need to know what an MP would look like, huh? All right, let me. That's part of the process too, is looking up reference. So here we have the Arctic jacket reference from earlier. Now, naval MP. Except he's going to be wearing an Arctic type jacket too. So let's just do the SP. Oh, shore patrol, huh? That right?
Yeah.
Holy cow! This computer is so freaking slow right now. Gosh darn it. All right, that's good enough. Let's just put him in a helmet. I can generic face this guy, so unless somebody wants to be in the comic as an MP. Oh, what did that helmet go down? Just over the ears. Do, 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 do. No, 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 no. Shore patrol. Stripes on the side. Ooh, yeah, he does stink. So these guys they're gonna look like all those guys in The Thing, in those big old beefy winter coats, because they're in a giant refrigerator. So then he should probably have his, whatever. These guys are all supposed to have like breath you can see, but I think I'd rather they do that in Photoshop and coloring.
Do we have?
These are details I could probably just do in inks, but whatever. I know. It looks like crap now. It'll look better when I ink it. Trust me. Doop, doop, doop. Does anybody want to be this guy? I could make you this guy if you want to be this guy. Anybody? Nobody. Look at that. 4 people watching. Nobody wants to be in the book. Huh?
Nobody's watching the live stream.
No, they are. There's 4 people watching, but I'm asking if anyone wants to be in it as the.
I'm gonna spoil Infinity War.
Shut up. Thanos is in it. Spoilers. Thanos. And he's here to balance the universe in the worst way he can think of. Yeah, make that a little bigger. Doot, 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 doot.
I just lost my sense of smell. Sense of smell.
Save. And then I have been doing loose backgrounds or let's see. Let's just do like a doorway here. And my my buddy Eric Nienoltowski has been doing the finishes on the backgrounds. We should do exit sign. So this is supposed to be that kind of frozen room. So I'm just going to put some lay-in lines to give some, make it easier for Eric. Actually, I think I'm going to beef him up a little bit. Not supposed to be the Hulk or anything, but just does look a little bit thin here. That might be overkill. I don't know. It's hard to balance. In comics, people are so used to seeing people like huge, muscular dudes, but in reality, I mean, look at like even Chris Hemsworth. Chris Hemsworth in reality isn't much bigger than this, but in a comic, it doesn't look that big. You know, Hemsworth is probably like this big. And yet in the comics, he's like huge. Or I mean, in the movies, he's huge, but in the comics, he'd be like freaking Spider-Man build or something. Now Drax, that guy's big. Batista. I'll be in it, and I'll tell you're chilling to spoil nothing. Is the guy with the bucket Jason Statham's character? Yes, he is Jonas Taylor. Dr. Jonas Taylor. In the book, he has hair. So you really want to be in it? Let me see. I already turned off my Facebook. Oh no, wait, I'm right here.
What? Yeah.
I don't want to. You know what? Maybe I'll do that later. I don't want to dig through your page and public or whatever.
What?
So, anyways, maybe just one panel is enough. That's about how far I go. And then, like I said, I will. Let's see. I'll turn this layer off. I will convert this layer to blue like that. Right? And that's about how light I printed out. Actually, I usually print it out even lighter than that. Turn that into a multiply layer. And then I ink over that, or I do a little touch-up pencils, and then I ink over that, and that's enough. So yeah, I'm not going to do my whole page on YouTube Live, but any other questions? Nope. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Let me tap out of. Wait, how do I get out of this? There it is. All right, screen sharing. Stop. Camera. There we go. All right. Well, thanks everybody for joining me. All four of you. Like I said, like the page, subscribe, send the link out. See if you can get me some more subscribers. I don't do this as often as I should. As you can tell, I'm constantly interrupted in my house, so quiet time would be when everyone else is asleep, and then I'd be in here talking all night long. But I do it when I can. And so, oh, let me see. Somebody had a comment here. Thanks for the demo. Yeah, you're welcome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. And like, subscribe, share. Like, subscribe, share. Blah, 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 blah. I love you guys. We'll see you in the next one.